And welcome back, everybody. This is Rankrist LP bringing you the second episode, or at least a piece of the second episode, for Rebirth. And I wanted to drop in today. Yesterday I recorded my first episode, and now I'm working on the next one. And like I said, I wanted to show you the interesting parts. So I've been doing a little bit of branch mining, going down here. I didn't actually get very far. As you can see, I've got the fall pit almost set. I just got to get one more bit of water, and then that will complete it down to the shaft. So we are here. If you can see all my numbers at level 11, block level, which is in my opinion, the best section to mine at, just because you don't have to worry about the lava pits. There'll always be lava pits. Don't start until level 10, so so you don't have to worry about falling in or having it come in on you. But anyways, so the way I usually set my shaft, I usually do a 5x5, and then I have multiple rows. But honestly, it's just too much work because I end up spending too much time making it look nice, and you just got to get the blocks. And so maybe, it still has the potential to do that. But for now, we've got a little bit of storage, a little bit of cooking, and I can go in off multiple directions if I really need to. But I probably won't. I'll probably just end up shooting that way or something. We'll see. So the way I usually do this, I will go and I will travel 100 blocks in a direction, and then from there, once we run down, and I really like mining with the dual wielding. So just as a heads up, I usually go until, if you turn on F3, now obviously you can't see it, where we see the light level, mob spawn at level 7 or below. So I usually go down to about 6 or 5. And with this, boom, you can just right click with the pickaxe, so you can mine and light and mine and light. So awesome. But yeah, so when I get down to this level, I usually go out and I make it an effort to, well, this is a secondary shaft, more for like a space marker. But when I come down a shaft, because I do down and then up, I usually go out 4 in that direction to make sure that I'll always have something to hit here. So after coming here, I came upon these redstone, which led to these diamonds. Diamonds! Woo! And what's exciting is that it is a patch of 5, which means we have enough for our first diamond pickaxe and our enchantment table. So, little mini achievement for me, and I will break that with you right. Boom, diamonds. So when we come back, we'll have some fun. I'll have a little bit more set up, and we'll be good to go. So we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, bye-byes. And welcome back, guys. In our last clip, you saw that we'd gotten some diamonds, and I put them to good use. I've got our diamond pickaxe. We've got our enchanting table through a couple of levels on this pickaxe. We've got some efficiency on it. So yeah, a lot's happened since then. We've got some basic plans for what we want to kind of do in this LP. You can see some things starting to take shape. Obviously, we've got our tower. I've got some walls planned out for around there. So we're going to go with a castle theme for up there, village theme down here. And one other thing I noticed, in the last episode I talked about this being a solo LP. Well, that has slightly changed, not in a big way, other than the fact that we've got Daily Banana helping us out. He ended up with a server, and he wanted to play too, but he didn't like playing by himself. And I wasn't ready to do multiple LPs, so he decided to, help out, grab this world and put it on a server. Now, we didn't cheat or anything like that. Everything is still pretty raw. I know that we did go in that direction to look for some different biomes, but that's about it. So what are the major themes that we decided to go with? Obviously, we've got the castle/village theme, but one of the big things is that we will not be using any fast transportation through the Nether, which is kind of cool. So it'll take a little bit of time if we want to go off in a different direction. So if we want to go off and get some resources like in a mesa or the desert, everything will be overworld. We'll have to build roads and little way stations in between here and there. It'll get a little bit of time, which will allow us to go. Where's my bucket? There it is. It'll allow us to go, or not to go, but rather to use things like potion stands and actually make sense of using them rather than just having them to have them. So there'll be a lot of speed potions. We'll, tame a lot of horses, maybe make some like little horse stations along the way, which is going to be cool. So I'm pretty psyched about that. So what that also does is it allows us to really get into some of the redstone and contraption type business. I know that he does have a redstone tutorial channel, which I'll link both of his channels, his regular channel and his little redstone farm, or his quick farm channel in the description, so you guys can check that out. Subscribe to him as well. So once I finish planting these tomatoes, we will go over one of the quick things that we started. So excuse my voice. It is early in the morning when I'm recording this, because I can. So what he started off, the first thing we did was we built an infinite fishing farm. And his job is to build and I guess teach me how to do these farms. And my job is to take them and incorporate them into a good design element. So we got the infinite fishing farm. Here's your water source. You take your fishing rod and you aim at the string, go down just a little bit, and then boom, sit there and you wait for your catch. Now right below there's a pressure plate that's on top of a hopper, so as soon as you catch something, the hopper sucks it up and it goes down into a chest, which is really cool. So it's pretty compact, it works. The better the fishing rod, the quicker this happens. And once you get a mending fishing rod, there it goes, boom. So yeah, there's that fish. So we've gotten some 14 fish, 7 salmon, a name tag, and I don't think that belongs there, and some pufferfish. So gotta sleep. So once you get a mending rod, then you pretty much get AFK forever, and get whatever you want. You have an unlimited supply of food. You've got saddles. You've got pretty much anything you want. So the big thing with this, it doesn't need a lot of space, but this water source needs an open source of light. So as far as a design element, whatever building you create needs to have a hole in it. So I actually did start to create a fishing house, which this is going to kind of be similar to the theme that we were doing in Block Centric. We've got the shop down below. We've got little living quarters, which when I say living quarters, I really mean storage on the second floor. We've got the little dock here. Now this is just the base. It's going to get spruced up. It's spruced. So I believe what we're going to do is, and I actually have this already done on this side, this is going to be pushed out, and we're going to put it in a chimney, which is perfect because the chimney is going to have that shaft going straight through, and that's where the light source is going to be. So the chimney will be over here. When it looks like on the outside, you come on in, and there's going to be a little storefront here. So you come in and you fish, and then people come in. You can, sell them your wares. All right, and welcome back, everybody. And I am here on my creative world to show you all the progress that's come for the fishing house. Now, I built this fishing house in creative before I built it on the server, and unfortunately, as of right now, my internet service provider is sending out a technician because there's a problem with our internet wiring, which is why you are seeing this building here rather than on the actual server. So it's going to look pretty close to the same. Obviously, the landscape is going to be different in how I built a lot of the things. But as just to see how I built it, I did, pretty much how I start off with every build that I want. I kind of come up with a theme of different blocks that I want to use, and then that way I can pull from here as I need them. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a not so detailed, but fairly detailed fishing dock. We've got a lot of the ideas are that we're going to have water down below here, so you can see the spruce logs down there that are darker
Then the oak logs up here kind of makes it look like they're wet, and the water, which the water will be like right here. So you know, you can see how the water is kind of pulled up through the log. And let's kill that. So, and a couple of the other things, you know, this is a little bit older, it's a little bit more weathered, so you have, you know, different dark oak logs or planks with some stairs that you would see kind of sitting here. So it looks like there's cracks and it's a little bit wet, a little bit dank, you know, and I'll be doing that throughout the kind of build. Same thing with the roof, because you don't just want to have one textured roof, or you generally don't, depending on your build, because it kind of gives you a little bit more a little bit, it's just eye candy, right? So and then also this is kind of an attempt at an anchor, and I think it works, but you know, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, let's look inside real quick, and we can look at how everything turned out. So we've got this little counter here. Now this is essentially like the business end of this fishing shop, and of course up top we've got storage. We could, you know, I can turn this into a little house, maybe have a little bed, a hammock, if we could build hammocks, and yeah, so we've got another, you know, log up there to hold up the lighting. So yeah, let's come back down, and we've got our fishing rod. So you'd come in here and boom, put up the door. That's a little bit added safety in case you've got mobs that somehow came in. So when you're ready to fish, you come up to the furnace and you aim at the string, go a little bit down, and you should hit the door, and the lure should get stuck. Everything should be good, and you just wait for a fish to come through. Now when you do grab the fish gets pulled towards you, but because it's so close to the hopper that's in front, boom, it gets sucked down into the hopper, which then gets stored into the chest below. Now you notice that as you know, as the fish was captured, the line was sent back out, and it should instantly recapture. So you can pretty much AFK here. The biggest concern is obviously the durability of your rods. You know, the best way to do it, get a couple levels on it to at least get Unbreaking 2, and eventually you'll fish out some rods from the water, and the goal is to get a mending rod. So when you get mending on your rod, you pretty much have an infinite amount of chances. Ooh, I moved to fish, so you can AFK overnight and get everything that you need. So yeah, that's that. So in here, I kind of used these stairs as kind of like a bench. So yeah, you look just in that. I mean, I already had a power fish. I tested a little bit earlier, but I got 3 fish and a raw salmon, and you can just toss it in there. And if we wanted to too, you could, let's yeah, oh yeah, so if you wanted to, you can take the, I put another hopper here, so you've got this hopper that feeds in, and I believe the hopper, everything that gets cooked should come out. Let's take a look. Salmon, let that cook. Yep, cooked salmon. So you get 2 for your money, which is pretty neat. So let's close that back up, and so there, that's gonna be your fishing and cooking hut for overnight fun. So yep, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. We got a lot accomplished. Again, you know, we're gonna have a lot of fun with Daily Banana, and maybe any other special guests that want to come up on the server. Oop, I gotta fix that. I know it's creative, but just gotta do it. So yeah, there'll be more builds like this, more redstone contraptions being put into real world buildings, and we'll see you next time. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. You could please leave a like, share, favorite the video. That would really appreciate it. Helps my channel quite a bit. But we'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys. Bye-byes.